Hello, my dear listeners. Welcome back to another episode of Hearts Unlocked. I'm your host, Veronica, and today's episode is something very different. I got this episode mainly inspired by another podcast called Dear Teenage Me. So today in this podcast, we are going to dedicate ourselves, or we are going to talk about our teenage self, or we are going to talk to our teenage self, to be more precise. So what is the message do you want to give to your teenage self? Or what do you want to talk to your teenage self, or your kid self, or whatever, your past self? Whatever you have been through in your past? Or do you just want to give a message saying that, hey, don't lose hope? Or, hey, don't fall in love? Whatever message do you want to give your teenage self or your kid self? So, without wasting further time, let's dive into it. Okay, have you been through a lot in your teenage years? Like a heartbreak, a love failure, or you have sabotaged your career, or you have relationship issues, family issues, whatnot. Our teenage self was rebellious. We would have been through a lot. So, okay, personally, my teenage was very rocky, very patchy. I have been in different circumstances, different situations. So if I were to give a message to my teenage self right now, it would be entirely different, because now I'm seeing the world in a whole new different perspective. Okay, so what is the message you guys want to give to your teenage self? Why don't you do it with me right now? Just sit in a corner or sit in your room where it's very peaceful, very calming, without any external sound disturbance. Or do you want a calm music to calm you down? Whatever works for you. Things work for me. It's just I need to be very calm around me without any music or without any disturbance. So let us take some deep breath to just calm ourselves down right now. Because when you talk about your teenage self, or when you talk about something which is traumatizing and disturbing, surely you do get anxious, am I right? Personally, I do. Let's dive into it. Okay, let's get some cozy corner or somewhere in your room where you do not have any disturbance. All settled down? Perfect. Let's start with my message to my teenage me, or my kid Veronica, or teenage Veronica. Dear teenage me, teenage Veronica, I know you have been through a lot. I know you are going through a lot. Heartbreak, yes. He cheated on you, yes. You have been in a relationship with him for 8 whole years. And at last, what did you get? Abusive relationship? A toxic relationship? He have abused you mentally and physically. You have been there. I understand that. What have he done to you? You have lost yourself in the process. He have made you in such a way that you stopped sharing with anyone about anything. A best friend of an opposite gender? No, that's a very huge issue, right? I know, but please hang on there, Veronica. You are going to be in a better place. Do you know that? I know that is your first relationship and you want it to work so bad, and you're doing whatever he asked for. You are even losing yourself in the process. You love long earrings and you stopped wearing it just because he said so. Seriously, Veronica? Okay, what about next? You stopped growing your nails, you stopped wearing nail polish, you stopped wearing Western outfits, all just because he said so, just because he said that all that categories will attract another man and he hates it. Come on, Veronica. You were so innocent to just trust him so blindly. He didn't let you see your favorite series. I know you love supernatural series a lot. Just because he said not to see them, he said that is not important. He asked you to concentrate just on him. You just sacrificed everything down the drain. Really? I know you have been in your teenage years and that's your first love and you wanted to work out so bad. But trust me, Veronica, this phase is just gonna pass. And after this, you will have n number of relationships again. And they are again and again and again, they are toxic. And you're going to feel, hey, the second one is better than the first one. And you're just going to go for it. And you will feel, hey, the third one is better than the second one. So I'm in better hands. But trust me, Veronica, you're not. Just please don't go into the deep shit again and again and again. Please start loving yourself. Be with yourself. Just whatever you love. You love animals. You love your long earrings. You love nail polish. You just love growing your nails. You love your hair to be blonde. You love highlights. Whatever makes you happy, Veronica. I know there were situations wherein you were just sitting at a corner, crying, and you just don't want your family to hear you, but you just want to let everything out. I know you didn't have anyone to share with, and no one were there to just give you a shoulder to cry on. I know all that, Veronica. I am coming from your future. And now you are in a state where you just don't trust people at all. Let it be just a friend, or let it be someone who is going to come to you just saying that, hey, he loves you or he wants to be with you. You're just in a state where, excuse me, just keep a 10 feet distance away from me. And eventually that's going to fade. Because you will trust people. Because that is you. From start, that is you, Veronica. You have been trusting people all over again and again and again. And you have been in a situation where you lost trust on everyone. I totally get that. But just hang in there, darling. Just hang in there, sweetheart, please. For me and whatever is coming your way. You know, now you are very successful. Do you know that? You have a YouTube channel on your own. You are a multi-talented person. You know that you are an author right now. You do write books. You're just expressing all your feeling in terms of, writing, journaling. And you have published your first book, darling. Congratulations on that. So just hang in there, and all your days ahead are really awesome. Not only your YouTube channel, see, you are making a podcast right now. Podcast, YouTube, volunteering in a lot of NGOs. And whatever your wish, it actually came true. You have 4 dogs at home, and all of them are Indies. All of them are Indian breed stray dogs, and you have adopted them. Remember how much you wanted a pet of your own. How much you wanted just a dog, and you have been begging your parents since ages. Now you have 4 of them, girl. 4 of them. And it's a hard time managing all of them. Trust me when I say that. It's a huge responsibility, but you are rocking it. Not only that, you're traveling around the world. You have your normal 8 to 5 job, and you're happy with your close-knit, tight friends you have. You are enjoying with them. And you still have that childish nature in you, wherein you dance in the rain, and you just, talk all kind of gibberish, chanting Greek and Latin or whatever to your dogs, and I'm very sure they're always confused with whatever language you talk. This is the happy you, but in order to get here, you have to hang on. You should not lose hope. I know you have lost hope because you lost yourself. You have lost whatever the original you. But just hang in there, and you will get here, and you still have a lot to do. Guys, I know it's a very heart touching message, and I still have a lot to go on and on and on for my teenage self or my child self. I still sometimes battle I still battle within me, thinking, is my kid self proud of me, of who I am right now? Or is my teenage self proud of me with who I am right now? I'm pretty sure my kid self is really proud of me with what I've been through and what I am right now over here. But I'm still in the dilemma wherein is my teenage self proud of me? Because my teenage self have been through a lot, and she had put through a lot together within herself, and she didn't even let the volcano erupt. She had been keeping it inside her way too perfectly, wherein now the future me is not able to do that. I'm just letting my emotions flow. I mean, sometimes people say that's a good thing, let your emotions flow out so that you will not bottle it up and let the volcano erupt one day. But sometimes I feel my teenage self, sends me a message saying that, hey, future Veronica, I have been keeping the kid Veronica intact, and I've been keeping the teenage Veronica intact, wherein I didn't even let her shed a tear, or I didn't even let any of the emotions come till near her. I've built up a 60 feet wall all around her, and everything was so protected. And now you are here, just let the guard down, you just let the wall down, and you are feeling every single goddamn emotion. Sometimes I really feel that that's the message my teenage self is giving me. But yeah, whatever is it, that is me, and this is also me. So why not just embrace it? So what message are you guys giving your teenage self? I would like to know. Just comment down below, what are the messages you guys giving your teenage self? And have you felt any better after this? I hope so. I need to give myself these kind of dear teenage me kind of messages every now and then, because I have a lot to talk to myself about. So this is something which I actually do. I have a couple of pictures, and I framed it up like a collage of my teenage self of different ages, and I talk to each and every single picture saying that, hey, thank you for being supportive, or hey, I know you're going through a lot, please hang on there, something like that. Maybe you guys can try that out as well. So I hope you guys are feeling much better after talking to your teenage self. So stay tuned while I come up with another topic on the other episode of Hearts Unlocked. Till then, bye-bye, adios. Bye, your host Veronica.